Hey, welcome back to Old Iron Acres. It is a quiet day here on the farm because the tractor's not working. It went out last night and I'm trying to figure out why. It's a good thing that we got the electric working down here in the barn because the first thing I'm gonna try with the tractor is plugging in the electricity over here. And I guess it's a good thing I haven't fixed the window yet. So we passed it out, and in the background, you can see the tractor. All right, let's get this electric cord out to the tractor. I'm about 10 feet short, and we're gonna crack open the battery and see what's going on. Oh, let's go get the electric meter. Now my hands are getting kind of full, but I usually keep the tractor on a solar charger, but I didn't the last few days and it was cold. And does anyone ever use any of these? This is a battery tender product. It's got the quick attach on the end. And great thing is we'll plug it in and get a quick reading on what the battery's doing. I just got some of these hangers for electric cords just last week. I think they're pretty good for keeping everything stored. And then on top is a nice little carabiner to hang them anywhere inside the barn. And so far these are working out pretty good. I like them. Makes my cables a lot less cluttered. So, thought I'd show you real quick before I start charging what's going on. Here we are in the tractor, and we're gonna grab the key. Last night I was in this pile just pushing up the dead growth, trying to determine whether or not to burn this pile. And like I said, I was just pushing some of this thick brush into it, and as I started to lift with the grapple, I stalled out, which I'm not surprised at. I was at a very low RPM. Then I went to turn the key, and it just went click, 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 but it wouldn't start. Kind of like a dead battery. So this morning I come down here, and now you'll see what happens. We got the key in down here, and we're gonna turn it, and we're getting a beep, but none of the lights are lighting up. So maybe it's a fuse thing, I'm not sure. We'll try to roll it, and it can't even crank over. I'm pulling the key out, and I'm gonna go check the battery. I've got all the electronics off that I know of. So this morning, I put this Trickle charger on, and it has gotten the voltage up. So nice thing about this is you just clip it into the pigtail I have on there. And right here, it says 12.9 volts, which I would think that would be a full charge. So I'm not sure if the battery is what's the issue, but I guess I'll learn here. We'll charge up the battery just to make sure, top it off, and then take next steps from there. And as always, any comments or advice is always appreciated. So, fair amount of walking back and forth today. Of course, I didn't realize I needed a small wrench to get the battery out. Gotta go get one of them. I also brought a screwdriver just in case. This is an interesting bolt and position. I believe it's just a bar to support the battery's weight, keep it in the box, but it's in an awkward position. Simple design, but pain in the butt. There we go. Thing down. There we go. All right. Interesting. You can tell I don't get in here a whole lot. Now it feels like this slides out. Well, the battery looks clean. Contacts in here look pretty clean. That's a positive. I'm gonna throw it on the Trickle charger and see what it says. All right. Throw the black on somewhere. Throw the red on. This is hard to read outdoors, but I believe that's saying 13.1 volts. But it says that the capacity is very low. So maybe I just don't have the cold cranking amps to flip this over. Well, let's give it some time and see if that's the fix. And in the meantime, I can look for battery model number somewhere and find out how many arms and legs I gotta sell to get a new one, if that's the case. Always an adventure here. All right, with old age, I find myself using my phone more and more to get pictures so I can look at them and zoom in on them. So there, I think that's my model number, and I'll see what that battery goes for. Well, let's give that some time and see what happens. Who knows? It might just be time for a new battery. This is like the walk of shame. I've got a full battery, but it won't start. I'm guessing the solenoid or the starter. And maybe both just need to be replaced. I guess I'll go ask Farmer Joe, see if he has any advice. All right, so what a day this has been. We have done a lot. We've pulled apart all the fuse panels, but what I have learned today is that you cannot trust just the volts on a battery. We had a 12.4 volt battery in here, which is what you needed. It had 925 cranking amps. I went to AutoZone, that was kind of my last option for the day. And they had an equal battery, it went up to 950 amps. And what I learned is that the old battery only had 9 cranking amps rather than 925 it claimed. And I guess that's just old age. This new battery has 950 cold cranking amps, and it's a new battery. So as soon as I put this in, everything purred like a kitten. But now I've got to put my fuse panels back together. I'm glad I didn't remove the starter and solenoid to see if they were working. Everything was fine. It was just this battery. I don't know how you check cold cranking amps out in the field. I'll have to learn that. But I'm very glad that this got solved and fixed and the tractor's running again. But wow, what a day. So if your John Deere 5055E isn't starting, I would pull the battery and go take it up to like an AutoZone or a battery shop and see what the cold cranking amps are before I disassemble all the other parts of the tractor. So lesson learned, the tractor is working. Now I just need to put the whole thing back together again. I cannot express to you enough how much I hate this battery box. It is so tight in there with no space to spare. Ta-da! Sometimes I gotta use my foot hammer. I think that's the official technique from the manual. Stupid. I don't know how you check cold cranky amps. Hope to see you real soon. What a day. Bye now. Thanks for watching.